Well, I am known, or I go by Sabby Angel. That is my artist name. But you can call me Sabrina, which most people don't know that name anyway. The Angel, people ask me why would I choose Angel for a second name. People will think like it's mostly like a slogan, how most public figures use baby or AKAs, but literally Angel is not an AKA. My father being called Deogracious Angelo, so I use his second name as Angel. So that is a clarity, maybe, and in detail you can say. Being an artist, multi-talented, being a single mom, raising a boy child, working with the society, contributing. So generally, you could say I'm a spokesperson in general. I've been involved in music personally, singing for causes or stories that have happened, and then also I sing for my own films. When I create a film, the entire whole background music, I go to the studio and I do it myself. I prefer using that. I do films. I get casted on film as an artist, and then as a producer, I produce my own film. I do also TV series. I've been casted in a couple of series. I've not produced any series yet, but I'm here to do that now. I've been casted in there's Hard Priced. I work with Vincent Kigosi, Jacqueline Wolper, Gabo Zigamba, among other actors, Richie. So many big actors were compiled in that film. It was Ray.
Hard Price.
Yeah, Hard Price. It was a Vincent Kigosi production. And then I did Syria Giningi. That was a production of another lady. She's an entrepreneur in Zanzibar. She casted me and Gabo Zigamba. That one was based on the local norm. We talk about witchcraft and the social belief of diseases and cursing each other, the part of society that we deal with in our African culture. Hard Price was dealing with the part of society where young ladies want more than what they can afford, so they end up doing things that are not suitable. And I acted a very one of the toughest. That was actually one of my toughest films, I can actually say, because having to play a call girl, and I had to literally go to stand on a call girl street in the middle of the night, and when the cars were passing, they could not see the camera on the other side. So I had a glimpse of the feeling of what happens with those people, and I almost stopped shooting. But the director was good. He helped me go through it, and it's one of the things that inspired me to actually do films that pass a message. And then another film that I did was good, was my own production, Sioriziki. I wrote a film based on a young mother, a young woman. This one was not based on motherhood. Building a career against the norm of our society that you should just settle for the average and not against the procrastination and the mediocrity of anything. Just believe that you can do more and you can do it all at the same time, being respected and in your family and representing everything well. So it was also good. It was one of the best films, and I'm looking forward to writing more scripts and working with other people who have scripts. A series, I've done a series called Talaka. Now it's on second season. It was being aired in StarTimes Tanzania. Now it was showing in also KTN, it was showing in UGTV, DSTV. It's a series that talks about marriage, forced marriage, to be our society, how people are forced to marry the people that they don't want. So how does that influence, how does that affect raising the children who are the result and the fruit of these kind of marriages, and just forcing someone whether to stop working or to not to marry someone they're interested in, and having to deal with living in places that where you don't want. Definitely there's not going to be the kind of peace and harmony and love that is supposed to surround a home as the basic foundation. So it is still airing. I think it's going to end at season 2. Yes, when I'm cast to do a film, I agree. If it's a film, we come to a conclusion of how much money I'm going to be paid for that certain film.
Yes.
I do not own any royalties or any rights because I'm simply casted on someone's film. I do my work, and there's also most of them, they would offer you the entire wardrobe according to what they want to shoot about. They will take care of your hair. Most of them take care of your transport. The big actors, like the main actors, we get to have our own rooms, hotel rooms where you stayed. They make you as comfortable as possible. And I think the most benefit of being casted in a film is the promotion you get, because the more the film sells, they still brand you. So sometimes it's not always about just the liquid cash. It's about it's like investing in a saving account, which is non-refundable. But if someone is doing their own series as a producer, now that I've become a producer and I'm interested in someone's film to be part of a producer, it means I have to have liquid finance that project. If it's a 50-50. But if someone is contributing the entire project, now it depends. If I have a whole setup of all the equipment and this person doesn't have an equipment, we can come to a percentage agreement. There's always a benefit in between. Yeah. But being a direct producer, another thing about being a producer is when you do a film, your own script and your own film and your own budget, and you get to sell it to the executive producers who print for you. Now you can decide, do you sell them the complete film with the royalties, they give you your money after that? It's you're the producer, but you do not earn anything, or I sell them the right to air, but not the royalties. So they air it at a certain amount of time. After that period is over, I own the royalties. Luckily, we have the offices, the governmental offices, where if it's my film, I go with my ID, I register, and the printers, stickers that come from the CD, they come by number, only I can authorize. I do have a list of I do not do's, and that's why I say one of the disadvantages is having to say no when you really have to say yes. Considering the fact that being a single mother, acting, as much as it is a career that I love to do, is still my bread. Not just my bread, it's my bread and my boy's bread. Now the challenges come that being a role model, trying to, you see, getting in the industry is not the hard part. Remaining in the industry is the hard part, and remaining with your reputation still intact, being able to stand and talk to other people and perceive you and look at you with a certain respect. So I had a goal since I was starting that. Later on, I would want to open an NGO, I would want to talk. Right now, I have founded an NGO called SMAC, Single Mother and Child Foundation. It's not yet being sponsored much, but I'm working on it. It's talking in accordance to what I've experienced. So when I come to, let's say, reputable people, like the way you guys have kindly hosted me here, if with certain reputations that you cannot speak with, there's certain people you cannot call to speak on certain things. So for me, no-nos will be explicitly, and mostly I think being a mother helped me doing that. There is being attractive and there is being explicit. I usually don't cross those boundaries. I don't cross the line. I read the script. You want me to work your film? And I'm a reader. I'm a very quick reader. So I read the script, and if I find there are places, I tell them, I'll not do this. You can work with your camera. You can tilt. You can do whatever, as long as it's a lesson. But if you want me to do that, you don't. But the good thing about our industry, they are literally professional actors, and they're actors who are willing to go all the way. So I think with all the producers that are around here, they actually do know. It's been so easy. I have not been getting casts of movies that I don't do, because they know among them, according to the movies that I've done, she's not going to do that. They know who to go to for what. Yeah. You just have to, you say like a reputation is what people think of you, but character is what you are. So if you set the boundaries, eventually it gets easier. Yeah. Actually, okay, I could say one of the first actors to really be my peer was the late King Majuto. How he worked and how he incorporated. You see, he didn't incorporate his lifestyle, his life to his work. He incorporated his work in his life. He was able to do this at such a comfortable level, and also get one of the highest pay. And I was sat with him for hours talking about him, because I've been seeing him ever since I was in primary, even way before kindergarten. How we managed to do this work, live at the city of your choice, but being able to do all this film, you just create value. Create value. When you create value, even if you live under a rock, if when you are called for, you deliver, you're consistent, competent, and trustworthy. It doesn't matter where you are. I think that would be one of my most, one of the persons who inspired me the most. Another one I could say would be the director Hassan Faisal. He's one of the directors in Mombasa. Years before, even when I just simply had the vision, and while going through the depression and the challenges of losing my father and being a single mom, and in between careers when I wasn't yet sure of what I would do, who took chance. That's why I believe not everybody will give you fish to eat, but not everyone will tell you how to fish. I really respect people who show me how to fish when they're not there. So that in short form. Regions, I think with different regions, with different film and with different countries, there's TV series that I'm planning to do right now in Mombasa. Like my personal film, when I had the fundings and all this, I took the actors from Tanzania, I brought them to Mombasa and Kenya. We did it to give the opportunities of the young artists who are here. Literally, I only brought a couple of big actors, and the rest of the underground and middle ground cast was completely from Mombasa. And when you watch that film, it's giving opportunity to people. I may not be able to fund you your complete film, but I can give you a window. And every time that film is being watched and you keep on branding yourself, it's creating opportunity for other youth. Sio Riziki. It's available online. It's available on short clips on my social medias, on Instagram. I use my name, Sabby Angel. It's available also on my website, Sabby Angel. When you open my social media link like Instagram, you find a link to my website where you can view these films done by me and short clips and motivational videos as well. Okay, apart from the big ones, my three big ones, we can say Tesla, the one who made cars, Warren Buffett, or the original Nikola Tesla, the one who literally discovered electricity, against the one who says it's Edward. You see, I'm into science as well. But generally, as a single mom, I think simply the fact that I was needed to be available as a mother, and at the same time, I had to not to let go, not to give up on the dreams that I've had. I was inspired to become an entrepreneur. The conveniency, I think it was more personal inspiration than outwards more. From East Africa for me, from East Africa for me would have been actually the singer Penny someday. For me, it was, I'm not much follow the crowd, but the way she could incorporate international and national cultures into her art and her work. She would represent both in a way that she wouldn't just sing about put our African culture and national and then miss out on being called on the BETs and all the places she has represented us. And then she will take us and incorporate the national and simply manage, and the fact that she's always kept a clean slate on her reputation, and she's literally, for me, she's literally been a prodigal daughter. I may not know her family, but she has this, there's a way she's been doing it in a way that it's very inspiring for me. Yeah. They say you're not a true artist unless I can Google you. That's what they're saying is. So if you open Google, you find me there. You need to have a few or quite a lot of medias to actually be on there. Now, the secret about media and social and scandal and publicity is once you're an artist, people will blog about you whether you're willing or not. That is one. Two, there are factors that we create our own PR, public relations, media or controversy. I could release pictures of me or someone on the gram before I actually release the entire film for both to know it was actually just a film. Those are all marketing strategies in the industry world. So there is a lot of things that's written there. I will not say everything is a lie, and I will not say everything is true. It has been very draining for me emotionally to deal with the spectators' comment, because people do not know who you are personally, and you cannot pour out your real life, who you are. We are there as a brand. So it took a while. There was a time first I completely deleted my entire page with 1,000 and 100,000 followers. I've broken down, I think, about 3 times because it was a lot of pressure. And then there was the second time that was hacked. I didn't renew. And then I came to realize, thank you to the digital world and making cyberbullying awareness. There are people who actually deal with cyberbullying. There's literally options of blocking out a comment. I would need your opinion on my work, but not on your personal references. And the other new tool that comes on this social media is the fact that you can hide like and comment. It is so easy for people to focus on the content that you're actually providing than wondering who and who liked. So I think doing my work now, it is so much comfortable than when I started 10 years ago. Thanks to digitalization. Yeah. Example I was able to make to this wonderful meeting in the short time notice. When you're an artist, you have to be willing and active. There is no time for procrastination, laziness, slothing, or mediocrity. You cannot say, oh, Basi, we can postpone it, we do it next week. Maybe next week I'll have to be somewhere else and I'll miss this opportunity. To be an artist, you have to be the most opportunist person you can meet. That is the secret, that you have to be very opportunist, you have to be very spontaneous, you have to be willing. To be honest, you really have to have a backpack ready. I have a backpack. I've traveled to so many countries with it. We're literally like family. And about finances, not planning, not having a 9 to 5, the bad thing about being an artist is the fact that your finances are not assured. We do not have dates. You earn according to how hard you work hard for it. You work hard for that cash. So creativity is what makes you money. So as a brand, as a social media, we make the small incomes from the views, from being registered in YouTube, from selling music in the music apps. As a motivational speaker, we earn from sharing ideas. We get paid for being an artist. We also have bills to pay. And most people love the insights about this. We get to inspire. And then the good thing is casting. That's why I really decided to become so diverse in this industry. I started as a musician, and then I was just an actor who had to be cast to wait for my salary. So I could get cast and get so good money, and then I have to wait for 3 more months or 6 more months. So what do I do? How do I make myself an excellence according to the book that I've been reading lately? How do I earn on the side? Those are the questions. Paid programs, paid programs, everything has gone on the media. Before you watch the TV, before you watch you can have the news on your phone even before that. So what kind of content are we giving? We make money from content. Then I came to diverse. I have to become a producer. So when I'm not casted to make money, I'm able to create content. And I do have a lot of content to share. Very. Very close with my dad. My dad was one of the most chilled out, very polite person, and he believed in being able to do everything because he told me. I usually tell people I was raised by a Scania driver. He started from zero and nothing to the point of being able to buy me my first car to 9, from a Sprinter to a Prado to a Premier to 14, I was able to drive a Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Nothing is impossible. Yeah. So he told me you can pursue what you want to have, but before you become what you have to be, you need the basics, right? Finish your school. You need to have the basics. There was a way he would make it feel so comfortable, because once you're a teenager or in high school, you just want to rush. Yeah. I wanna do this. I wanna do this now. So he said you can do it, but if you don't know how to handle the maths, you don't know how to represent yourself in the English and the languages, and the social skill you're having, how would you be able to get out there?
Yeah.
He told me, so you're doing drama classes? Yeah. So you see the way it's building you. So there was a way he would talk to me about it. My mom was completely petrol. I always be like, what did he say? Yeah, but eventually when actually I was able to do that, and then I released, I was doing interview, and then I told him, I've done that, I've seen on TV. They said, the family called me, I've seen you in the paper, oh, I've seen you on TV. It came from no until the point my mom said, I'm at the salon. People, they don't believe you're my daughter. Can you talk to them? You know, so because every parent doesn't believe that you can be an artist and still maintain the value. No matter what I've become outside, when I'm home, I'm home. When I'm with my elders, I'm elders. We're respectful. When it's home, it's home. People don't believe that we are capable of doing that. They think becoming an artist you enter into drugs or you go rogue. But I just don't believe the foundation you gave us, the principles. We have it. Then you see. And then for now, it's so easy. The point she asked me, I'm not going to the studio this week. Like, I will do it next week.
I recognize
what you're doing, and it helped. Yeah. And eventually, even when things got so well, I was able to help my family in so many ways after my father died. And I also helped in taking care of my sister. Being a single mom, I've never been a burden. I've never even asked for help, to the point they usually ask me, are you sure you don't need anything? So I tell people, if you respect your work will respect you, no matter what kind of job it is. That is one of the best part about being the person that I am. I would walk in anywhere or different places. To be honest, apart from when I'm not working, when I don't have to walk on a red carpet, put on a front, or have bodyguards, or put on a show, literally I like to live a simple life, as real as you can, because I would act on TV, but I do not act on my real life. So I find myself walking into places or anywhere I've gone, plus I travel a lot. Most people, they don't expect for you, first of all, to be walking on your own, simple. She's the one, why is she walking alone? Artists, we are known to over-exaggerate everything. We dress all the time like we are going to a runway walk or something. But having to listen to see the big actors, there's Will Smith, there's Keanu Reeves, the actor of The Matrix. There's all these big actors. There is Morgan Freeman. There is all these actors that they, when they're not acting, they would really incorporate with society and really live. So I would try to follow the example. So I find people calling me by the name. You can hear Badura. You can hear what was the other name? Monaca City, whatever name that I use in the village. Or they would call. It's easier to relate to you with what they see on screen, and they will stop and say, "Is it you?" I'm like, "Yo, I saw you on TV." So that is when I would talk to them. They would have to ask. The kids would tell you, "When I finish school, I want to act." I'm like, "Okay, you do not crush these young dreams." Or someone would ask, "Can I take a selfie?" Someone would ask, "What are you doing here? What is your real name?" So it is a lot. Most of them will come, "Are you married?" I'm like, "No, I'm not married." "Are you planning to get married?" Like, "Not yet, but I'll tell you when you're not to get married." So I will come and tell you, if he leaves, you tell me, I want to come, you know. So there's so many comments with the fans now. Like I said, I come from a family. We are a big family that if we decide to meet all of us at an event, we don't need to invite guests, okay? So, and the fact that I traveled and I lived in so many different cultures, it's so easy to adjust and talk to any kind of person. I think that is one of the advantages that I have. It's a good thing. The goal was to work so hard that your work introduces yourself. I can say first of all is The Matrix.
We'll discuss that.
I do love The Matrix. I could say second would be Mrs. Doubtfire by Robert Williams. He was one of the. I was inspired by his true life. The fact that they say he made so many people laugh, and then with how he tragically ended his life is the fact that being an artist, sometimes we say the person who smiles the most is the person who's hurting the most. So his life inspires me to share a little bit of light and hope. I may not be able to financially finance you, but I can make your day a little bit happier, like, and make you laugh. Mrs. Mathew, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Jumanji, for me, I find the adventure and the whole scenario very happy. Titanic would be amazing. I'm still waiting for Titanic 2. For me, my last film, all-time favorite will be Tom and Jerry animation. Doesn't matter which episode or which season. I used to watch that with my father all the time when he's free. And right now, even when I decided I want to fall asleep, I will let the entire episode play on my laptop and simply just laugh my. For me, all I can say, I think Jerry. Tom is a bit too much. I can relate to Jerry because he's the smart one. I will just tell them that we are all brought here to be our excellency, to excel in whatever that you wanted to do. Can I read for you a quote? It's right here, not far. Here. It's about being an excellence in what it means being excellency. Excellency is a title reserved for Your Highness, the honors, according to PhDs. It's attached to titleism, but I really like this book by the Reverend. He inspires you becoming who you are with proof from godly verses. And remember, I'm a religious person. I'm a spiritual person, not much religious. So if I talk about someone inspiring me, these people have really spoken from a point of view. I'm hoping to use this book or what I've learned to inspire on the. It says you can experience and express authenticity personally. You can become a spiritual excellency, where you share light and hope through spirituality, or that you can become an intellectual excellency. You can become your excellency artist, athlete, producer. You can become your excellent self in whatever that you have set out to be. You can become your excellency dad or mom or life coach. Whatever you do it at your best excellence. And I believe I've done so many things wrong, but I am an excellent mommy. That I'm very sure. Because you do what you want to do to your best. You can become your excellent husband or wife. You can become your excellent daughter. You can become a livelihood excellency. You can become an excellency spokesman, marketing, entrepreneur. You do not belittle yourself from titles, You upgrade. So I believe what I will tell people is a job is a job. Do not let the mediocrity of other people belittle your title no matter what you do. If you do what you do at an excellency, you're going to become. What I can say, I came across this book after I visited a church in Nairobi.